There are many, many, many treatment options out there for Candida. However, almost as many as 95% of them are not treating the root cause that's allowing Candida to thrive in your body. And if you're constantly exhausted, you feel sick all the time, you get chronic yeast infections, or any other of the hundreds of Candida symptoms, then you really need to watch this video. Now, traditionally, there have been two different options used in the treatment of Candida and yeast infections, and they are conventional modern medicine and natural treatments. A conventional modern medicine treats Candida through the use of drugs. And of course, no permanent cure can be expected from these, but once in a while, temporarily, you can find some relief. Then the yeast returns, and usually with a vengeance, because the strains are able to mutate and develop into these super candida strains, much in the same way antibiotic resistant bacteria develops. So you treat candida and it adapts to these drugs and becomes more and more resistant. So as you get infections down the road, they just become that much more stubborn to treat. Your second alternative is natural treatments. And these are excellent and highly recommended over drug-based approaches. They work with the body to eliminate yeast at a rate the body can actually handle, and also using methods that the body works well with. Traditionally, natural candida treatment options, they've included the use of herbal antifungals, probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that destroy yeast, and a strict diet. And all of these are excellent natural candida treatment options. However, they're just that. They're treatments. What you might not realize is that all these natural treatments, they're not in fact targeting the root cause, which is actually allowing the candida to develop. They're basically fighting an uphill battle. And you need to address the deeper root cause in order to expect to permanently eliminate candida and yeast infections for life. So what are these root causes, you may ask? Well, Candida albicans, which is a natural fungus that lives in the body, it lives in harmony with healthy bacteria. And this is the same bacteria that kills harmful bacteria that causes, colds or flu. And Candida is sustained by complex sugars or complex carbohydrates in the body. That's what feeds the fungus. And this healthy bacteria that it lives in harmony with, the healthy bacteria actually destroys the Candida. And your immune system provides this healthy bacteria. So Candida is really a side effect of diet and predispositions, which we'll get into in just a moment. And the healthy bacteria is your body's natural defense against what's called Candida overgrowth. Without this healthy bacteria regulating the amount of Candida in the body, the Candida albicans, or the natural fungus, will continue to expand and multiply within your body. And usually this occurs when healthy bacteria can no longer regulate the amount of Candida floating around. So obviously you want to make sure you have enough healthy bacteria in your body. Now, some of the root causes that cause Candida overgrowth have a direct effect on a lack of this healthy bacteria in the body. And generally, one of the first ones for chronic yeast infection sufferers, they just have genetic predispositions. They obviously, they either don't make enough healthy bacteria in their body, or they're genetically predisposed to accumulate large amounts of Candida as a response to diet, or the next root cause, which is environmental exposure. And environmental exposure, it can mean an array of things. Candida is essentially the result of an infection. And this natural fungus is caused by an infection, whether it's internal or externally triggered. So by environmental exposure, it could mean, if you're wearing a wet bathing suit all day long, that's going to encourage a yeast infection to occur. If you are taking, bubble baths with lots of soaps that have fragrances and things like that, well, these may irritate your body and cause yeast infection. Other environmental exposure could be, working out at the gym and not taking a shower immediately after. Things like that. Another root cause are parasites that hurt the immune system. And basically, this can happen when you get a really bad cold or any kind of infection in the body. It can decrease the amount of healthy bacteria in the body, and your body's fighting off these parasites or bacteria or infections, so it has less resources to fight off Candida. And as a result, Candida overgrowth can occur. Another theory is that amalgams in the mouth caused by dental work can also induce Candida. And I don't want to stress this too much because not a lot of research has done towards it. But amalgams are basically, the inclusion of anything like mercury that can come with dental fillings or any kind of metallic influence that occurs in the body. Another major cause is diets rich in sugar and carbohydrates. And, more than half of America is on a, sugar-rich diet. So this definitely contributes to the problem. The sugar and carbohydrates feed the Candida and cause it to multiply at a much faster rate. So one of the natural treatments I mentioned was a strict diet, and that would include the restriction of, white bread and complex carbohydrates and rich sugars, essentially. A third major cause of Candida is the use of antibiotics or the overuse of antibiotics. Now, by no means am I against antibiotics. I think they're wonderful and they, fight off colds and they really help you get better fast. The problem occurs when you're using antibiotics for an extended period of time. Because along with the negative bacteria, antibiotics also kill that healthy bacteria that regulates Candida and keep it in check. So overuse of this can certainly contribute to the Candida overgrowth problem. Now, these are some of the major causes, and if you really want to address Candida and get it completely out of your body, just eliminate it altogether, you need to have a systematic approach to applying these treatments and really changing your lifestyle to make Candida no longer a part of your everyday life. And if you want to find out the long-term solution, the systematic cure for eliminating Candida for good, you can check it out right now at my site, www.candida-oa.com. You're going to love the strategies there, and they're absolutely going to help you get rid of this problem within a matter of days, really. So check it out. Take care. Bye-bye.